Okay, with this setup, I want to show more about the refrigerator Whirlpool WRF989SDAM00, the motherboard signal that goes to the Embraco compressor. It's a VEGZ7H variable speed compressor that has a gray control box along the side, the frequency type box. And I want to show that the frequency changes from the motherboard on the refrigerator to the signal on the control of the compressor. So what we're looking at here at the moment is 78 hertz, and we're looking at over here a duty cycle of 50%. So I want to show that 78 hertz on the scope with this method. I have to move my marker as the frequency changes. So we're showing 78 hertz here, 76 hertz here, 78 hertz here, pretty close. The other thing I want to show is that when we change the frequency and change the speed of the compressor, the volts DC here will not change and the duty cycle will not change. It's a simple frequency change. So could be some question of how complicated that signal is going from the motherboard to the Embraco compressor, and for myself I wanted to clear that up some with the help of others helping me with the discussion and looking at this. So we're running the compressor at 76 hertz. We can verify that numerically here. There it is, 76 there. And the DC volts is, now we're going to go, the DC volts is 3.41, duty cycle is 50, and we're looking at the wave on the screen, just a simple sine wave, square wave. Okay, so now I'm going to go around the front and put the compressor in a diagnostic mode and run it at minimum speed, which is going to change the drive frequency only to 54 hertz. Okay, so now we should be running the compressor at 54 hertz. Sure enough, the DC volts has not changed. The duty cycle has not changed. The DC volts has not changed. And now I'll have to set my markers again on the screen. And we know that the frequency has changed. So I'll get my marker here and my marker here, and we're showing 54 hertz here now. I want to note that we're also showing 7 volts peak to peak and minus 3.4 volts DC, which would be normal. Again, we've changed the frequency, we've changed the speed of the compressor. I can hear that it's truly running at minimum speed. Duty cycle's still there, DC volts are still there. We've only changed the frequency of the wave going to the compressor controller. So now I'll run it up to max speed. and I can hear the compressor ramping up. I can set the markers now. So we're showing 151 hertz here now. Yeah, we can read that. Notice we're still, I can hear the compressor running at max speed. No change on the duty cycle. No change on the DC volts. A numeric verification of the frequency, it's showing 150 there, 151 there. So that's really all I wanted to show. We're showing a almost 7 volt, 6.86 volts peak to peak. So the intensity of the wave hasn't changed much. Duty cycle hasn't changed. DC value, of course, hasn't changed. And only the frequency has changed from the motherboard of the refrigerator to the frequency controller on the variable speed Embraco compressor. So that's all. I just wanted to take a look at this wave and be able to see that there's really nothing more going on.